I ain't just here to be somebody that's like here to be here. Like we all play a part in this shit, bro. Like I done watched you come from, like we talked about earlier, bro, battle rap to music to podcast to where this shit is going #1 pretty soon. We see you, Joe. We see you, Joe.
We see you.
We know you #1, Joe.
We see you,
We
man.
know you #1, but
We
my
see
man
you,
is
man.
working. He working, and that's what it's about. You know, Joe literally like made a platform for everybody who got a conversation to come shine on.
Right.
You took that advantage. Most people ain't take that.
Yeah, I salute Nori and Joe all day long. But like you said, sometimes people see how you being received,
Yeah.
and it gets spooky.
Why do you think it gets spooky?
Again, everybody don't believe that there's enough seats for everybody. Me myself, like, I clap it up for everybody. That's something I learned to do. Because I know, okay, once I make it to that position, that's what I'm gonna want people to do.
Yeah.
But some people feel like they're fighting for what they have rather than building what they're doing. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel like it also got to do with expectation. You know what I'm saying? Us being in entertainment, just the culture of hip hop or whatever, we have an expectation from others. And we shouldn't have that expectation.
Right.
We stay in our lane, we do what we do, we try to help out as much as we can, we listen, we communicate, different things of that nature. But we have an expectation, like I expect you to respect me. They ain't gotta respect you. You ain't gotta respect me.
That's a fact.
But understand my hustle, understand what the fuck I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I don't expect nothing from none of these niggas.
That's some of the realest shit,
Especially on these platforms.
That's some of the
I
realest
see
shit.
that as entitlement. I hear exactly what you're saying. It feels like entitlement to me.
Right.
Yeah.
It feels like the explanation feels like I'm entitled to 1, 2, 3, A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That position.
Right. I'm entitled to get on stage when I haven't done anything. I'm entitled to be featured on this, and I'm entitled to be signed to this spot. I'm entitled to this chair, and I'm entitled to that. Like, I deserve it because I'm this, and this.
Yeah.
And it gets spooky when somebody tells you that doesn't, those points don't,
It's
that
fear.
money doesn't
It ain't
transfer.
triggering.
It's fear. Bro, I grew up in a lot of fear. I grew up around a lot of fear. Not being scared. I'm not a scary nigga. But I feared a lot of shit growing up. Whether it was a conversation with a certain person or my outfit wasn't together when I was going to meet a specific person, whatever it may be, I feared a lot of things. And fear is what taught me that my happiness was on the other side of everything I feared.
Right.
That's a bar.
So I used to literally get into it with niggas, right? And talk to niggas a certain way. But it was the fear. I used to talk to people a certain way and like have this like spoiled analogy of things, right? Because my mom is a hustler. My mom had a restaurant, a seafood restaurant. We was in a area called Antioch. Antioch is about 30 minutes from Oakland, San Francisco, all these places that people know the Bay Area for. My mom was like the first person to like realize real estate was going on out there. So my mom bought real estate. She bought a restaurant. She bought housing developments and built developments on this shit. So this was the first time I seen somebody that made me be like, damn, I'm worried about being a basketball player when I could build communities. And then now we in a space to where the rapper is dead. So what do you got? Your community. So my mama taught me how to build communities. This shit deeper than a fan base. What's your community?
Right.
You talked about on the last album I was checking, you also spoke about how the tables turned.
Yeah.
And you went from giving the guy who was giving people shoes and clothes to like, yo, I need that back.
Find a way.
Yeah, like what happened with that?
I grew up in like a tough spot, right? So it was like my parents was like hustlers. So they like got to the bag, right? From whether it was like real estate or whether it was like a certain company they wanted to start, whatever it may be, they got to the bag. And I watched that. I watched that process. And that process taught me to like never expect things right away.
Trust
It
the
was
process.
always, yeah, it was always a thing about as long as you got something going on and a process going on, everything is gonna pan out to be what it need to be.
Right.
So no matter what I had to go through, whether it was music, sports, whatever, it was just like, I'm gonna go through this process because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna get to where I need to be. And that comes from my mom starting her business, like my auntie starting a business, like everybody having something going on in business in some form or fashion.
So you grew up seeing it,
Yeah,
and you just applied it to your talent.
1000%.
Now, it's this profit sharing that we talking about.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's profit sharing. I think like in the black community, I posted a video the other day. I was hanging with a few owners of Rolex, and I posted the video where I was talking about. I was hanging with a few owners of Rolex, and one of the guys was telling me like this whole thing of Rolex started from like the granddad's obsession with watches. So he loved watches. So he loved watches so much he made it become a business. And it became a business to the point to where no matter who's a part of his family, they got a job.
Right.
I idolize shit like that. So when I see somebody like Tyler Perry building
Studio in
Studio.
Atlanta.
you know what I'm
like
saying,
a-
on a
like-
slave plantation, that shit make me be like, okay, this generational wealth. When I see what y'all doing with this show, math, like you might be here and be gone tomorrow, but you could pass this on to whoever it may be that want to be a part of it.
Right.
So for me, music is a stepping stone. I'm at the point in my life to where it's like, if I catch a hit record, cool, but I've made a name for myself. My little boy, he got writer's credits on my songs. We got a company together, 704 Entertainment. That was the time he was born. That's my little man's company.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not living for me anymore. I'm living for what I can do for not only my little boy, but for the generation that's coming behind me. That's what I'm on.
Right. Right. That's dope.
That's fire.
That's dope. All right. Again, though, I gotta rewind, son.
Come on, let's bring it back.
Cause what you saying, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. But why are rappers taking shots at you, bro?
They don't like me.
Why?
What did
man?
you do?
What's going on? What you did
I didn't
to
do
'em?
nothing. I think I have a personality. I know how to communicate with a certain demographic most people don't know how to get in the room with. I know how to present myself in a way and be a part of certain things most people couldn't even imagine. I'm currently on ESPN. I'm currently, if you look at that playing tournament and you hear April 12th through the 14th, you're gonna hear my voice. That's a partnership I did with the NBA and ESPN. Most people can't do that. Most people need a hit record to do that.
Facts.
Most people need a connection to do that.
Me too.
I'm not that person.
Right.
I'm not that person at all. I have a personality. I know how to get in the room and explain to people why this should happen. So when I talk to ESPN, when I talk to the NBA, and they say certain things, we want to add the culture within this. Okay, well, this is how we do it. This is how we go about it.
You bring value to the institution.
Authenticity.
That's what it's about, because we in a streaming era, and everybody not a streaming act. So what most people don't understand about the streaming era is it's hard to discover an artist. So Spotify upload, 50,000 songs a day? And we talking about one platform. So if you're getting 50,000 songs a day on one platform, that's 100,000 songs in 2 days. That's 300,000 songs a week. So we talking about something like 1.5 million a month on one platform. So what are you gonna do to stand out?
Right. You got to step outside of that.
I'm not playing that game no more. I'm playing a game of what's the platform I could link with, because this shit is not about who got the best music no more. Hello to all rappers that's looking at this right now. Rap is dead. It's over. Come to the realization, it's done. Music videos don't exist no more. Take that music budget and go create content. Go create 60 forms of content and put your song behind that content. Nobody wants to see the music video no more. Nobody wants to hear us rap anymore. They want to see us do this.
Fact. That's a fact.
I still want to,
Nobody cares.
I still want to hear these
I still
raps.
want to hear
Nobody,
you rap.
because you a rap fan.
Yes.
We talking about the everyday consumer that gets up and pick up their phone. They don't care.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.